Once the action shuts down on Wednesday, we will have one full week in the 2019 Major League Baseball season in the books. 7 full days of action, much of it incredibly surprising. Entering Wednesday, we've got the 4-1 Orioles, 2-3 Yankees, 1-5 Red Sox, 7-1 Mariners, 3-2 Rangers, 2-4 Astros, 1-3 Nationals, 1-3 Braves, 1-3 Cubs and 2-4 Rockies. That's an awful lot of upside down from the expectations entering the season, though it's also significantly magnified because it's the start of the season. If the Orioles won 4 of 5 or the Cubs lost 3 of 4 in, say, mid-August, it wouldn't be nearly as much of a headline. It is difficult to not go crazy and overreact, but that's our daily task here in the early going. The games count and the wins, losses are banked for good, but there is just so much baseball left to play. We are also getting glimpses of some contenders from last season and expected contenders this season doing great things that just might be a sign of things to come, while the final unbeaten team suffered its first loss. We'll explore. Select games can be streamed regionally via Fubo TV. Try for free. For more on what channel each game is on, click here. Baseball schedule, scores for Wednesday, April 3rd. Final: Brewers 1, Reds 0, box score, final, Nationals 9, Phillies 8, box score, final, 11, Rockies 1, Rays 0, box score, final, White Sox 8, Indians 3, box score, final, Twins 7, Royals 6, box score, final, Diamondbacks 4, Padres 1, box score, final, Tigers 2, Yankees 1, box score, final, Blue Jays 5, Orioles 3, box score, final, Mets 6, Marlins 4, box score, final, Cardinals 5, Pirates 4, box score, live, Cubs at Braves, game tracker, live, Astros at Rangers, game tracker, live, Red Sox at Athletics, game tracker, live, Giants at Dodgers, game tracker. Here are the main things to know from Wednesday's results. deGrom goes deep in Mets' third straight win. Of York Mets ace Jacob deGrom had himself a night on Wednesday. The 30-year-old right-hander went 7 innings for the Mets, only allowing 3 hits and no earned runs while striking out 14. deGrom also crushed a homer in the 3rd inning, the second of his career. With his career-high 14 strikeouts and homer, deGrom became the 5th pitcher, since 1969, to record at least 14 strikeouts and hit a home run in a game, according to Elias. The last pitcher to do the same was Madison Bumgarner on August 16, 2015 against the Washington Nationals, when he also struck out 14 and had a solo home run. Pitchers to strike out at least 14 and hit a home run in the same game, since 1969, per Elias. Jacob deGrom, the 3rd of April 19 Madison Bumgarner, August 16, 15 Steve Carlton, August 21, 77 Tom Seaver, May 29, 73 Bob Gibson, August 30, 72 Anthony DiComo, at Anthony DiComo. April 4, 2019 FanCred's John Heyman further notes that deGrom is just the 9th player since 1893 to hit a homer and strike out 14 or more in the same game. He's in pretty good company for that one. deGrom is the 9th player since 1893 to hit a homer and strike out 14 or more in the same game. 6 of the previous 8 are in the Hall of Fame. The Hofers, Dazzy Vance, Warren Spahn, Early Wynn, Bob Gibson, Tom Seaver, Steve Carlton. The other 2, Pedro Ramos and Madison Bumgarner. John Heyman, at John Heyman, April 4, 2019 The accolades don't end there. deGrom matched Bob Gibson's record of 26 consecutive quality starts, 1967-68. A quality start is when a pitcher throws 6 or more innings with no more than 3 earned runs. Jacob deGrom threw his 26th straight quality start, tied with Bob Gibson in 1967-68 for the longest streak in MLB history, or was official in both leagues in 1913. He's the 5th pitcher since the mound was lowered in 1969 to strike out 14 batters and hit a home run in a game. pic.twitter.com/ovmadmgds, ESPN stats. The Mets head to Citi Field for their home opener against the Washington Nationals on Thursday. Brewers keep winning one-run games, picking up where they left off last regular season. The Milwaukee Brewers are now 6-1. There's rightfully been much ado about Christian Yelich, but let's focus elsewhere right now. The Brewers just completed a sweep of the Reds by winning 3 one-run games. Of their first 6 wins, 5 have come by 1 run, the other was by 2. Generally speaking, the formula to win lots of close games is by getting good pitching, particularly out of the bullpen, and timely hitting. We've seen lots of examples of timely hitting and we know about the bullpen, or do we? The vaunted bullpen from last year isn't really what this group is. Corbin Burns is now in the rotation. Corey Knebel is out for the season. Jeremy Jeffress is currently hurt. Through the first 6 games of the season, lefty star Josh Hader was used 4 times for 5 innings. Junior Guerra also had already logged 5 innings of work. Those 2 in particular already had workload concerns. At the bare minimum, we knew Hader was unavailable Wednesday, which means someone had to step up. Someone did. 23-year-old righty Freddy Peralta. The youngster rarely strayed from his fastball and he didn't need to. He would go 8 scoreless innings, allowing just 2 hits, both singles, without walking anyone, and Peralta struck out 11. It was a masterful performance against an offense that should have firepower. He was only spotted 1 run in support, but it still never felt like he was going to need more. Reliever Alex Wilson allowed 2 base runners in the 9th but still escaped. The Brewers are 6-1 while the Cubs and Cardinals aren't off to good starts. Life is good in Milwaukee at the moment. On the Reds' end, they've been awful since opening day, particularly on offense. They've now lost 4 straight, scoring just 6 runs combined in the 4 losses. On the season, they're hitting .167, .238, .269. Big picture for both, massive differences in WL records in one-run game generally even themselves out, though we do see outliers like the 2012 Orioles, 29-9 in one-run games. The Reds have too many good hitters for this to continue. Expect some evening out for each team. Nats bullpen leaks again, but they hand Phil's first loss. The Nationals brought a 1-3 record into Wednesday, and it's never just one thing, but the bullpen had been awful. In 11 1/3 innings prior to Wednesday, the Nats relievers had allowed 16 earned runs on 23 hits and 6 walks. It had a 12.71 ERA and 2.56 WHIP. Washington relievers were allowing opposing hitters to slash .411, .468, .554. Tasked with holding a 6-4 lead heading to the 8th on Wednesday, it happened again. Single, strikeout, walk, double, single, and the Phillies had an 8-6 lead. Perhaps most brutal of all was Trevor Rosenthal was again involved in. Trevor Rosenthal, 7 batters faced, 4 hits, 3 walks, 7 earned runs. Baseball Reference, at baseball_ref, April 3, 2019. He doesn't even have an ERA because he hasn't recorded an out. As I said, brutal. Still, the Nationals persevered and watched the Phillies bullpen one-up the meltdown. A Yan Gomes RBI double brought it within 1 and he would score on a fielding error from Rhys Hoskin, who simply just didn't catch a feed from pitcher Seranthony Dominguez. Then in the 9th, David Robertson allowed a single before 3 straight walks would end the game. Yes, a walk-off walk. No winless teams, no undefeated teams, quick hits.